everyone! So in a previous video I showed you how to make a baby beaded gecko or lizard, whichever you want to call it. There will be a link in the down bar if you haven't seen it or want to see it again. Anyway, a lot of you requested that I do some other Beady Buddy creations, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make the owl. For this project you will need some pony beads. I usually use like the regular sized ones, and I forget what the number measurement is, but they sell them pretty much every craft store. You can use smaller ones too, there's even smaller ones than this. Or you could even use seed beads. Some type of string, this is craft lace. A keyring or lanyard hook is optional if you want to make it into a keychain. You still can with this little loop that you put at the top, but some people prefer the metal blingage. And a pair of scissors to cut your string. Right, and for the beads, this brown color, whatever color you want to make that, you'll need 24 beads. You'll need 2 black ones for the eyes, 3 orange or yellow or whatever you want to use for the beak and feet, and then you'll need 12 of one color for the face and stomach color. And in total, if I'm correct, that's 41 pony beads that you will be needing for this. Your first step is to cut some string. Then you're going to lay out your beads in the owl pattern. And I'm going to use yellow beads because I don't have brown. Here are all my beads laid out, and you can see that it just looks like a really big version of the owl that's already made. This is the head area, these are the wings, and this is the body right here. After you have all your beads laid out, go ahead and take your string and line up the 2 ends. At the other end of it, you'll see a loop. At that loop, make a knot. And if you'd rather use a keyring, just tie the string around the keyring instead. Actually, forget yarn because I forgot to put nail polish on the ends, and yeah, it's just fraying too much. So here's a piece of craft lace. Again, take it and loop the top after your ends are lined up. Then take your top row of beads, so there's 4 of them, string them on to one end. Grab your other string and place that through the beads as well. Then grab hold of both ends of your string and pulling both ends until the beads get up to the top. They're right underneath the loop. Go ahead and do this step for the next row, which will be these 5 beads. Here are those 5 beads threaded on the one side of string, and I'm going to take the other string, run that through all of them. Take both ends and pull all the way to the top. And that is identical to the previous step, except each time you're adding a different row. Right now we have that row and that row, the first 2, done. The next step is identical again. Just take the next 5 beads that contain the beak and thread them on one end of the string and then onto the other, and pull. Here are 3 rows done. Take your next 4 beads and do the same step again. The whole head is complete. Now it's time for the wings. Take your 4 beads set aside for the wings on one side. Then take one end of your string only and thread those beads on. Move the beads closer to what you've already done. There's the beads just strung once. Then you're going to take that string, but instead of threading it back through all of them, you're going to skip over this first one and just thread it through these 3 that are closest to the head. So, like this. There's one wing. Then you're going to repeat that step with the other string for the other wing. So 4 beads on, skip the first but thread it through these 3 and pull until all the string comes back. Now you have the owl complete up to the wings. The rest is really easy because what you're going to do is you're going to use the same method that you used for the first 4 rows or this whole head area. You're going to string on these 5 beads onto both strings like I showed you and pull up to the body. Then do these 5 beads again with these and again with these. Now I have everything beaded on except for the final row, but I'll show you again in case you forgot or something. Just thread all 5 on in the same order that they're laid down. Take your other string, thread that through all 5 beads, grab the ends and pull all the way up to the body. This is what you should have done for every single row except for the wings, which I showed you a different way. And then once you're at this point, all you're going to do is tie some knots on either side of the bottom. Make sure you get your knot really close to the bead. You can do more than one so it stays. So after your knots are in, I'm not going to make them because I'm taking this apart, your owl is complete. Alright, here is the No More Owl. I'd say it's a safe bet to use about 3 feet of string. I used almost 5 and that was ridiculously too much. But yeah, I didn't measure anything and I didn't know what to measure. So yeah, about 3. You can use a little under, anywhere from like 2.5 to 3. But don't go under 2.5. I don't even know if 2.5 will work. You can experiment if you're brave. Here's your owl. I'm just kidding. I showed it to you, but I took it apart to measure the string. I have to be back to school in half an hour, less than half an hour. Good thing I live really close to school, right? Thank you guys so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Add me on Daily Booth, Twitter, Tumblr, and Formspring. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Cute little owl. Flap, flutter. Yeah. Oh, my knuckles is in my shirt. That's cool. This is really noisy.